So my dishes are everywhere and a shelf was broken, so I had a problem. So I went to the shop to fix it. It's where I fix all my problems. Well, most of them. Anyway, so I'm milling up this material. I want to make this nice little divider system to organize the pots and the pans and the dishes for the wife. And I guess for me too. But anyway, as you can see, I'm milling out the grooves for the 1/8 inch plywood dividers. And you can see here I'm beginning to cut all those dividers. A lot of dividers. And I really didn't need that many. I should have planned better. But anyway, here I am cutting away anyway, nonetheless. Hoping this organization system really will help. Because if it does, I plan on doing this in future projects as well for other cabinets. So, yep, still cutting away on those dividers. Here I'm nailing some nails just off my main pattern there, about 1/8 of an inch, so that I could create that little arch. Decided I was going to nail those together in the waste material, so it'd make it a little easier when I got to the bandsaw part. It certainly made cutting all of them at once much easier than trying to do them all separately. And of course, here's the sanding process. Boy, I sure wish sanding took this short a time in real life. How about you? Anyway, you see I'm sanding the tops, the bottoms, and the sides, getting everything smooth. Of course, I had to get some sandpaper to sand down inside those grooves for the dividers. You can't forget those, especially. You want to make sure you slightly bevel that edge and ease that edge so it's not sharp and crisp. What that does is it just helps reduce some of the friction and allows the dividers to slide in a little bit easier. So I'll continue sanding and wearing my fingerprints off. I should have been a thief. I could have broken in and my fingerprints wouldn't be left as much as I sand. And now it's time to glue everything up. You can see my glue protection there is an old woodworking shop bag. I don't know how that got in there, but it works. I recycle my bags in a lot of ways. So anyway, final assembly, and then of course put the back on. And I can't forget to glue that on as well. Just adds stability over the long haul, even though it's not really going to be supporting much weight. So let's give it a quick test fit, make sure everything's going to slide in, slide out good. Of course, now it's time to pull all the pots and pans and dishes and of course the broken shelf out and see about getting this thing put in. Since it's not having much support, I just decided to put a couple screws down on the bottom and a couple on the side. It held well. Now comes the Tetris Master task that I have to perform and get everything organized and looking good, so at least when the wife comes home, I'll at least be safe instead of sorry. So, continued organization and sort of putting my dividers in and laying things out so they look good. Ultimately, it worked out really well, and I ended up putting the extra dividers that I made along the side. Probably will wind up using them elsewhere or throwing them away. And there you go, broken in shambles, and now it's fixed. Problem solved.